First of all, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm Mads from VertiChat, and I'm here with a hidden gem in the vertical world for his first ever fan interview, Logan Tomanek.
Hello. Yeah, nailed it. Nailed it.
Thank you for taking the time to have a chat with me.
Of course. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Can we start off by you telling me a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. I am from Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is right in the middle of Canada, smack dab in the middle. We are known for being very cold, and that's our biggest highlight, personally. That's what I find. I've been acting for just over a decade now. Um, I play a lot of sports. I write occasionally. Um, man, well, probably a little narcissistic. I could talk about myself for a while, but those are some key points for sure.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Have you always wanted to be an actor, or was there another passion or career you wanted to pursue?
No, I actually wanted to be a professional golfer for a really long time. For a very long time. Honestly, if it's still in the cards, we may get there still. But no, I've loved acting like ever since I started it, and it's been something in the last year and a half that I've really started pursuing seriously. Um, it was something I did in school, like when I was in university and in high school as well. But now stepping away from both of those, it's something I'm fully pursuing, and that's why I live in Vancouver now. It was on on a list of things I liked, and I went to university to try to be a teacher. Is what I was my first career goal was doing that, and then was not for me. So sidebar that. Maybe we'll go back. Maybe, probably not. And fully pivoted into acting, which like I said, I have been doing since I was about 11 years old.
Mm.
Been doing it for a while now. So it's always been something that has been in my life and close to my heart. But it was never this is what I'm doing forever, or this is what I feel like I am meant to do. It's just
Yeah.
something I'm very passionate about, and I do love doing in most of my time. Honestly, I love doing anything related to acting or being creative most of my time.
Mm. Thank you.
Yeah.
How did modeling shape the way that you approach acting?
Oh, it's almost the other way around. When I did modeling, being able to kind of perform through acting is really, I found it very versatile for modeling. So when you're up there on the runway and you're walking, being able to interact with the crowd and kind of just like pull energy and have that presence really translates from acting to that. And you can kind of make it, it's very much your moment. It's almost like a close up in acting. It's like everybody's watching you, it's just you. Have that moment at the end, hit your little poses, get out of there. So I found that translated more from acting to modeling as opposed to modeling to acting. Um, if I had to choose something from modeling to acting, probably being still. There's some stillness in modeling. Um, and a lot of time, I don't know if it's too visible in verticals, but I'm doing a lot of this. I'm doing a lot of something. I'm always kind of moving. So modeling kind of taught me to ground myself a little bit more.
Hmm, interesting. How did you discover verticals and what was your first?
Oh, I was there's a website in Canada called Casting Workbook. That's kind of like where all of the auditions and whatnot get sourced through. And I saw one for Oh no, what was it called? um the Homeless Heiress. That's what it was called. The Homeless Heiress. Um and I saw that. Watch it on Joy Reels. I saw I saw
I got the weekly subscription. Like,
yeah, I gotta plug it. I gotta
I
plug
got a
it.
week. I got a week to watch it.
um yeah, the Homeless Heiress I started on, and yeah, I did this audition. I had no idea what they were. Hadn't heard of them at all. Barely seen them on social media or whatnot because I'm not on social media too much. Um, and I did this audition, and I ended up booking the role. So I it's funny actually. I was teaching an acting class for like I used to teach acting class for like kids, and I was like in that class, and they'd called me earlier in the day to tell me they wanted me at the role, but I was also working, and I just kind of ignored them because it wasn't a number from Winnipeg, so I was just like, oh, it's spam, and I put it away. So I was just like, oh, that's nothing, and then they sent me an email, and they were like, hey, we want you for this role. It's in Toronto. It ended up shooting, and I'm like, oh, that's amazing. So yeah, that was my first one back in December of 2024, and that was yeah, first experience, first time hearing of them, and it's what got me here.
What were your first thoughts going on to set? Like, what is this? Like,
This is different. This is different for sure because I'd like I mentioned, I'd taught a class, and I'd been on a few feature sets, and I was familiar of the feature set setup and the pace on one, and that's what I taught and practiced. So getting there, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna do 13 pages today, and we're gonna do like this many scenes." I was like, "Oh,
what?
we're moving, we are moving." Um, So it was definitely something getting used to. The first couple, I was like, this is fast. It's very fast. Um, Luckily, I've had some great teams that I've worked on, both cast and crew, and it's just things flow pretty smoothly and we get it done. And sometimes early, almost never, but we'll sometimes wrap early on a day. Um, but it was definitely that was my first interpretation for sure was it this is fast. Hmm. Yeah, it's it was there was some contrast. I was especially the whole like, and this I found to be a constant with all of them is the quickness in which you receive all of the information. So I got this call. They were like, "Hey, we want you out there," and then I would say that was probably the earliest I ever got a script. I had like 5 days, which was still not a lot, but it was 5 days. And I'm like, okay, I can read this a couple times and get through it. But usually it's pretty quick. And the more you do, the more you get used to it. You're like, oh, I got 2 days. Awesome. That's so much time. And you just rifle through it. You're ripping through it. You're like, this is cool. Let's do it. Um, so yeah, definitely not a ton of time to process beforehand, anyways.
I feel sorry for you guys. Like, you'd have to have almost
Oh,
an eidetic memory for any of this. Like,
it, there's I may be exposing a couple of us vertical people, but there's a decent amount of calling a line on set. And there's no shame. There's no shame about it because it is really that crazy. We're delivering insane amounts of dialogue in a day. And like I said, 13 pages, crazy amount of scenes. Um, and it's a lot. It's just a lot to do. It's a lot to make. Um, so there are those slip ups in a line or something, and best thing to do is just be like, all right, what is it? Okay, you settle back into it, and you just keep going. That's how we do it.
when remembering your lines, do you like get nervous trying to like,
No,
oh, this is the next line, or like, do you think that far ahead, or like just in the moment?
just in the moment, just in the moment. I like I've been memorizing lines for a while, So the practice of it is kind of instinctual at this point. Not very, yeah, don't get very nervous about memorizing lines or having to even remember it on a set. I'm just like, it'll come to me. I believe.
I
And
wing
it
it.
does. Yeah, in a way. In a way, it's like a prepared winging, you know?
I feel like I've seen you in quite a few roles. Roughly how many verticals would you say you've done?
I believe the number's 12 now. Um,
And no one
which
swooped and picked you up like
nope, not a one. No, that's it's no, it's 12. And I've been informed because I started in December and I probably hit my 12th one by the beginning of August. That was the last one I've done. Um, and I was informed that that's quite fast in terms of doing them. So I feel very fortunate to have done so many in such a little amount of time. It's certainly kept me busy. Um, and I've learned a lot and a lot from many different people about many different things in acting in the vertical world. And it's just been fantastic. I wouldn't trade a moment of it away. Even through the ups and downs, I wouldn't trade a single moment of it because I've just learned so much in this short span of time. It's like a little crash course in acting in real time. It's fantastic.
would you say you learned something new on every set?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Because whether I was working with new new actors or a new director, new DP, new first ADs, there's always someone new on set who's doing something different, and I learn through everyone. So yeah, definitely every set I learned something new.
What do you find yourself looking for in a script, or how do you decide what roles to take?
To be honest, the first few I took whatever. I took whatever came to me. I was just like, man, oh, this is awesome. Did a lot of work. Happy to do anything. So I was taking everything. Near now, I definitely look for um if a script has there's this theme in verticals that I'm sure we're all aware of in the certain portrayal of relationships that is poor. I'll say it's poor. Um, Not very moral sometimes. So if a script is swaying heavily in that direction, I will decline it. Because I just don't like portraying that type of relationship, um, or giving it really like any type of light in a light way, and promoting it, even if it's in the end of the vertical it ends up being like, oh no, this is bad, but most of it is about this type of relationship and how and it's not good. Not for me. It's not for me. um so I will turn those ones away, but most scripts I can find something in. If it doesn't have that element of, how do I, what word would I use, that element of, I would almost say like disrespectfulness to a relationship in that way. If it doesn't have that, I'm pretty much all game for anything. And I'm happy to do whatever role. I'm happy to do the protagonist. I'm happy to do the antagonist because those are fun sometimes. Uh, but yeah, definitely game for most scripts.
That was you answered like two of my questions in one. So I was like, the next one is what do you find
Yes.
yourself staying away from?
Yes. That. What I just said. Take that times two.
Do you have a favorite genre to act in?
Oh, I love comedy. I love comedy, which there isn't a ton of in verticals. Um, and I don't know, what do you think? Do you want more like comedy? Would you like more comedy in a vertical?
Yeah, my favorite genre personally is young adult,
Okay,
but
love it.
each to their own. Like every time I see
Yeah,
one, I'm like, I don't care how much, I just throw money at it. I was like, I'm watching it. Like
I'm here for it. Give me some popcorn.
it's the worst. Like I used to be like that with like all the what is it, the billionaire CEO ones. Like I was like, oh,
Yeah,
something new to instead of blockbuster TV or your typical, Vampire Diaries, all that sort of stuff. And
right.
then I was like, oh, billionaire. I was now it's just young adult. I was like, I'm reliving my high school days. Like,
Hey, that's what they're there for. That's why we make them.
but if it was like,
Uh,
if it had more comedy in it, it would, yeah, it'd make it so much better.
all right. Glad we can come to that agreement because I need some more. I need some more comedy in these things. I need some like rom-coms in here. I need
Yes.
something like, yeah, right. Something
Yep.
like Crazy Stupid Love or something. Like just that 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 wittiness, that banter
Yep.
on top of the romance. Oh, you need to make
Um,
it happen. That's kind of like I said, I'm not really too much on social media to begin with. So I try to keep the phone away because I will doom scroll forever if I don't. And I need to not do that. True, some of the ones I've done are not great. So
What do you mean some of the ones you've done are not great?
they're all right. They're okay. They had some. There's actually one I've done that isn't out yet still, and I filmed it back in April. I don't know. I don't. It may got lost. I don't know where it is, but it's in there. It was made.
Right. I think I seen that someone filmed one last November. It only like just came out like a month or two ago.
Yeah, some of them are getting like really delayed. So I don't know if that's because of like editing
Yeah.
or excuse me, or something else behind production, but it's just like not coming out.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it's just been lost to the ether of verticals and it's just gone. Someone just accidentally
So
deleted all the footage. And it's just like, oh no, it's gone.
I've just
We'll
forgotten
never
about
see it. They've just forgotten about it.
those repetitive storylines. We're just going to shelve it until it's not controversy anymore. Like
Like, man, this another one. All right. We'll wait a bit and then we'll throw it up there.
that was like when I watched your, oh crap, what is it? Where you were the blind person. I was like,
Oh,
I have
the three brothers.
so many of these. I am so done with them. And then I seen that you were in there. I'm like, too bad. I'm watching it. Like,
Well, no, I'll tell you a funny story about that one. So there we filmed that one. And the reason you see so many is because I I don't know if this is true, but from what I've gathered, this is why. So there's one, the original like Chinese one that came out. That came out. And then I feel like we were one of the first ones to adapt it. So it was us, and then there was a company in LA that were shooting it at the exact same time. The exact same time. So it was a race to see who got it out first. And then both of them did really well. So people just kept started making it again and again and again,
is there like
which I
each
find
buys like not the I don't know how that all that works, but like each app will buy the storyline and then they'll produce it.
I
I
think
feel like that
so.
I feel like that's how it is. Because three apps at the same time put out that story, like in the same week. And I'm like, this is driving me
Yeah.
mad. You can't go on any app without it being promoted in like the headline scroll. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like informed of this like race, quote unquote, happening at like the last couple of days of filming, and I'm like, guys, we gotta get on this. We gotta run these days quicker. We gotta go.
I can't act any faster. Like,
Yeah, like I'm trying. We can't do less than one take, guys. Like you just won't have any.
oh.
All right, let's let's get back to it.
Is there a role that you haven't done but really want to do?
Oh, yes. I want to do something. I want to do something very action heavy. Like either a spy type movie or a genre like a superhero type genre. I would love that. I would love to do something like that. Um, where am I going to get the opportunity? I don't know. It may present itself one day. I hope it does. But that is currently the dream right now, is to get a role like that.
What, like in verticals or like in general?
In general, but in verticals too, I would be so down. I know of a couple spy ones that have been made. Um, and I'm just like, that would be sick. I want to do that. Like, I want to be kicking through boxes and rolling through stuff and saving people. That sounds awesome. The heck, I want to do that. Um, so yeah, if in a vertical sense, that her a spy one would be so sweet.
If anyone sees any, send them to you straight away.
Yeah. Hey, I'm your guy. I'm your guy.
What creative process have you developed that helps you prepare for a role or a performance?
Hmm. Um, reading the script, reading the text in fully, no matter what the script is, no matter what role I have in it. I'll read the whole thing. I'll read the whole thing 3 to 4 times. And that's a good way for me to understand the story. So, like I said, when I sometimes have to wing a line, it's not coming from nowhere. I get the story. I get what's going on in the moment, and I can, even if the line's not perfect to what it's written, I can pull something, and it's gonna make sense, and we can keep the scene going and keep the flow in it. So that is something I've really taken to becoming a part of my process, is reading the entire thing in its entirety, looking at it in a couple different ways as the character and then as myself. Um, and then that helps me really be prepared when I get to set. Is there anything else that I do? Probably should be some stuff. I I will often like analyze specific scenes. So I do it a lot for specific days. So if I go in and I have a long paragraph, or it's a emotional scene, I'll go and I'll look at the few scenes surrounding, and I'll be like, okay, what's happening before this? What's happening after? And I'll make little notes like what I want to do in specific areas of the scene. It doesn't have to be specific like words to line type thing where it's like very specific, but like it within this area, I want this emotion to be expressed. And I try my best to do that. And I hope it comes across. But I most of the time I can feel if it does or not. And from what I've felt, I've done an all right job. I would say
You've
most
done an
of it
amazing job so
comes there.
far.
Well, thank you. Thank you
Welcome.
so much.
I feel like you're very underappreciated in this space.
I don't
Overlooked.
want to I don't want to say
You're overlooked.
me too, because that seems shallow.
No, no, you want your work to be recognized. Like you're not doing this for
Yeah.
fun. Like, well, you could be,
Well,
but
a
it's
little bit. It's fun.
income. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get what you mean. I appreciate that. Thank you.
you're welcome. What is your dream role?
Okay. There's this book series. It's called Red Rising. Big fan. It's like sci-fi. It's set in the future. It's awesome. It's awesome. There's a couple characters from that series that I would love to play if it ever gets made into a series, which I heard it's going to be made into a series. Um, It's very, I'm looking out for it. But I would love to play like Darrow, the main character Darrow, or like his best friend Severo. Those two, love to play them. Um, I need to reach out to Pierce Brown, the author, and be like, hey man, I have some ideas.
Just cast me, like I'm here.
Yeah, hey, I I got onset experience. I love your series, love your work. I would love to be a part of it. That's right now, that's my dream role. I would love to do that.
Well, I hope you land it.
Thanks, me too.
Keep
That
your
would be
fingers crossed.
that would be amazing. Oh man, I don't know what I'd do with myself if I did. Probably scream around and like run around and scream and just be like, yeah, I did it. Oh. So I love an interactive director who's just working with me and with everybody on set, and it's just very hands-on.
So when a director's like come up and said like that sort of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like has what they've said ever like completely changed your take on the character? Like the way you
Um,
perceive them, or like because obviously you would have your own
yeah,
way you would want to portray that character. Has like whatever the director has said changed the way that you would like view them?
yeah, I would say it has. I would say there's been occasions where maybe less overall character dependent and or like changing and more of a scene dependent scenario where I've envisioned the scene going a certain way where I have certain emotions and act a certain way, and then they'll throw me a curveball and be like, so try it. We want it to kind of be seen this way. So for instance, when I go in and I'm playing it like very very like mean. Maybe I'm mean, being mean in the scene, and I'm not being the nicest of guys. And I've gone about my notes and made it that way. And I'm like, hey, you're gonna be stirred. And they're like, hey, we don't actually want you to do that. We want you to be kind of more reserved. Then it changes how I move in the scene, how I speak in the scene. It changes different tones and levels. So that will switch. And it will definitely give me a different look on the character and be like, okay, so how moving forward in the script, how are we going to use this moment now to kind of carry out that emotion and make it consistent? So, yeah, I would say yes, it does make me look at this character differently if I'm given a drastically different note than what I originally came up with.
Was it hard playing a blind person?
Oh my goodness. It was interesting. I'll say that. I watched a lot of Daredevil in preparation to try. Genuinely, because it's something I didn't want to do and be insensitive about. I wanted to portray it as accurately as I could, um, which at times was difficult just because there was just some uh, I'll say clashing takes between myself and some people who were in decision making positions. Um, and we just didn't have the same ideas. So in the end, I they know what's best for the overall film and project. So I will work with what they tell me to do. But yeah, there's definitely some instances that I had to work with. Being in a scene and trying to be that character who doesn't see anything going on around them is that it's odd. It's odd. Like it's much harder to interact with your scene partners because you're not supposed to know where they are while talking to them. So a lot of the time, like right now, I'm looking at you and talking to you. But in those scenes, I there's no reason why I would be looking at you and talking to you because I wouldn't necessarily know where you are, especially if you're moving around in the scene and I'm kind of stationary, then me tracking you is almost impossible. So I found that difficult because there would be times where I would follow just naturally. And um, the director, Dom. I don't know if you ever talked to him or seen his work. He's wonderful. Dom Katrupi. He's so wonderful. He directed that. He would just shout out. He'd be like, "Remember, you're blind." And I would be like, "Oh shoot, you're so right." And so I would just have to stop tracking. And yeah, it's definitely difficult sometimes to get an emotion across or like feel in the scene when you're not interacting with anyone but maybe like the corner of a table. Um, so that was probably the most challenging part for that role, especially.
Did you ever walk around with like what those there's the blackout glasses?
Yeah,
Have
I
you seen them
never.
before?
I've seen those. I've seen those. I don't think that was in the budget. Unfortunately, if I could have had those, I would have taken them. If I could have simulated it as real as I could have, I may have taken those because it may have helped. Um, but yeah, it was definitely that was a challenge. But no, the no blackout glasses on set, or I've never tried them out.
Oh, where do you want your career to go next?
Up in in an upwards trending direction, hopefully. Um, yeah, I love acting. I think it's just such a joyous form of being. Um, so anything that can bring me closer to that is a goal, whether that be me acting, whether that be me writing, even directing something. It's just I'm in that actor space. I would love to act first and foremost, obviously, but anything around it, I would love to be part of. Um, I Verticals are wonderful. I would love to get a feature film sometime soon. I don't think that's asking too much. I don't think that's asking too much. Um, or TV show. I've never been on a TV show. I think that would be very interesting. It seems very fun and
What
like high
TV show
stakes.
would you do though?
Oh goodness, there's so many. This is an impossible age to pick like a TV show. There's like a new one every day,
Well, what's your
and I'm
favorite
just
TV
like,
show? If you could do that, would you?
that's a that's a loaded question. Um, oh, what is my favorite TV show? What do I go back and watch? I love Breaking Bad. I think it's exceptionally written, um, incredibly acted. The pacing is great. I'm rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender. That show's great too.
Good man. Good man.
That show's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Um, I love it. So uh, those are two very contrasting themes, but anything like that, like a major drama series would be really fun. With a large arc. Obviously, comedy, something like a sitcom, like Breaking or not Breaking Bad, Brooklyn Nine-Nine type of vibes, where it's very again witty, lots of banter. It's just very playful. I would love something like that. But obviously, like I'd be happy to get anything. But if I had to choose something in that realm, I think voice acting would be a ton of fun too if given the chance.
Very interesting. Like, Avatar is just, I can't tell
Oh,
you how many times I've seen it. I will just continue to watch it like I've never seen it before.
yeah, it's the best way to do it because every time you watch it, you're like, oh, this is so good. It's just it just brings so much happiness, so much entertainment.
I don't remember watching this the fifth time around. Like,
Yeah.
The
And
scene.
even if you do, it's just as good. It's just as good.
What made you fall in love with acting?
Oh, I I I do love this the superhero genre deeply. Deeply, deeply, deeply. I grew up with Marvel when it first came out and when it was amazing.
Oh, I was gonna say, are you Marvel or DC?
I like both. I like superheroes regardless of the scope. Um Cinematically, DC, but or sorry, not DC. I don't know why I said that. Maybe I do. That's the first thing that came to my head, I guess. I meant to say Marvel. Oh my, am I a fraud? Um, no, Marvel. Marvel. I love Marvel. I think Captain America: The Winter Soldier is one of the best action films of all time. It is so good. I watch it 3 times a year, at least. It is genuinely got some of the best fight choreography I've ever seen in my life. Oh, that movie. But that and my parents were very well versed in movies and film when I was growing up. My mom actually got me into acting. I did. I was an athlete growing up. All I wanted to do was sports. And my mom was tired of it. She was like, I want you to do something I want to see. So she threw me in acting and I happened to really like it. So she got me into acting. I did dance because of her as well growing up. Um, I did singing and musical theater because of her growing up. So I owe most of what my acting career is now to my mother just throwing me into the fire and being like, you got it, kid. And it worked. It worked really well. So
Thanks,
I
Mom.
thanks, mom. Really appreciate it. Even though I'm probably a pain in the ass sometimes to her, I'm very thankful for her getting me into this business. But they showed me a lot of old movies growing up. I mean, what I deem old may not be what others deem old, but like Singing in the Rain was, I could watch that movie forever. Gene Kelly is just something else. But like I've seen The Princess Bride too many times. Movies like that where it's just there's a sort of whimsy to it where it's just this creative amalgamation of excellence where all these people are coming together, different skill sets, and making this super entertaining and meaningful story. And I just saw that and I was like, I want to do that. Like that seems really fun and really cool. So I want to do that. That's probably where it started.
And look, you're smashing it out of the park.
I'm doing my best. Doing my best.
Being a vertical actor obviously comes with its own set of challenges. Is there a skill you've had to learn for a specific role or to get a role?
Oh,
I saw that eye roll.
there's no eye roll. That was contemplative. If there was an eye roll, it was contemplative. No, how could you think I have to learn anything? I know how to do everything. Okay, okay. Um, is there something I've had to learn how to do? I've never been hit by a car in one of these. So I've never had to learn how to do that. Um, I know I have a lot of friends who've learned how to do that. Um, like get hit by a car. I have learned this is really specific. I have learned how to drive luxury vehicles because there's a lot of those, I'm sure, as you've seen in verticals, a lot of very expensive vehicles pulling up. Never sat in one, let alone been asked to drive one in my life. And a lot of these vehicles I don't drive, but even getting in like the front seat of a Rolls Royce one time, I was like, I have a driver's license, but y'all are gonna let me do this. And they're like, you literally have to pull up like 5 meters. And I'm like, I know, but you see this car. It's, you get it, right? Like you get it. Um, so that was definitely nerve wracking the first time. But we got there. We figured it out. Is there anything else I've had to learn how to do? I don't think so. None of these have been incredibly skillfully or physically demanding of me. Um, I guess the latest one I did, or the not the latest one, but the one there's no home for the brokenhearted. Um, on that one, like we did a water fight scene, which I'd never done before. There's like a fight in a pool, that fight in the pool. I'd never done something like that before. So that was, I loved it. I thought that was the coolest thing. There was like a whole rehearsal for it. I'm like, this is the best. My life is awesome. So that was just something I'd never gotten to do before, which was really cool. But aside from that, because I knew the basics of the stunts that we were doing because I had taken some stunt classes prior in like university and whatnot. So I got like the basics. It was just doing it in water that was maybe a little trickier and had to learn. Um, when Carly punched me in the face and I had to like smack into it, and I was like, "Oh, that's on my ground." I just go through it. Um, so that was maybe a little interesting, but yeah. Uh, Aside from that, I don't think I've had to learn anything crazy.
You're doing well.
I had some crazy stints though. So I did one in Toronto. No, I did that shoot and then I got home while I was in the airport in Toronto. I got a text from a producer in Vancouver and they're like, "Hey, do you want to shoot a vertical in Vancouver?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "All right, you got to be here in a day and a half." And I was like, "Okay." So I got home. I said hi to my family. I washed my clothes. I slept in my bed. And then I left the next day. And I came out here to Vancouver and I shot for that was that one, which was that one. That was Love After 50, I think it was called. Or I can't remember what it was called. Um that's
Okay.
bad on me.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I think that one's on Flick Reels. So there's that one, and we did that. Um, I did that, and then I was asked to do another one right after that. That one I did actually with Meg. I did that one. That was where I first met Meg. So I did that with Meg, and then I went home for 3.5 weeks. Came back to Vancouver. I did I did this quick little like 3 day stint, and then I stayed a day there. I just stayed a day somewhere, and then I did another shoot, and then I think that was um the like I'm having billionaire's baby. I think that's what it's called. That was on Flick Reels as well. Oh goodness, hold on. Actually, let me check this real quick. What's it?
I was going to say, not everything is on, what is it, IMDb either.
No, it's not. Not all of them have popped up. Let me see if that one is, because it'll be quicker for me to find than going on to. Yeah, by X, I'm having a billionaire's baby. So I did that one, and then I finished that shoot. And as soon as we wrapped, 15 minutes later, I went into a table read for something shooting the next day in the same spot. So I had a stint where I did 6 verticals in probably 2 months, maybe 2.5 months,
Do you
which
even
was
sleep?
wild. I think so.
That's crazy.
It was a stretch. I was cruising. And then I took about a week and a half break, 2 weeks, and then I came back and I did the Three Brothers one. And then I gave myself like a month, and I was like, I'm gonna crash and just hang out for a sec, um, which was nice. And then I did back to back in July and August, or July into August as well. So it was kind of hectic, kind of hectic for sure.
Busy man, busy man.
It was a busy time. It was a busy, but I loved it. Oh my goodness, I was doing everything I wanted to be doing. I spent more time. I tracked it. I spent more time from January to August in Vancouver, where I didn't live, than in Winnipeg at home. So that was exciting for me.
Do you have any upcoming projects?
I do not. I do not. No. And here's the reason. Um, and it's kind of a yeah, it's kind of a main reason. So I booked a feature film back at the beginning of August, which is actually coming out in, what's the date today? It's the 28th. It's coming out on, do you mind if I plug it? Okay. It's coming out on Great American Pureflix on November 1st. It is a called Christmas and Midnight Clear. Go check it out. It's a Christmas movie. It was so much fun. I had such a blast working on it with everybody who was on it. But it was a union project, and the only way I could do it is if I were to become a union member. And all of these verticals in Canada and most places are non-union. So I can actually no longer do verticals currently in Vancouver. I can, however, do them outside of Canada. So, and I've been approached a couple times, but I understand that getting a visa is kind of hard, especially nowadays. It's kind of tricky. So I would love to continue doing verticals, um, whether that be in China or in the States. But, and if a visa becomes available, I will fully take it, take the opportunity, continue making verticals. But yeah, it's kind of sad, kind of upsetting. I can't do them here.
I'm gonna miss my Logan hit dopamine now.
Ah, I'm sorry. I'll let you know. I'll let you know as soon as that new one comes out. That's in the blender somewhere.
Please do.
Yeah, but it's at least a year I'm with the union until I make a decision on whether I want to stay. But it'll be a year without verticals in Canada. Yeah, sorry. I would love to be doing them just as much as you would love me to be doing them. As much as I love doing them, I also love work, and I also need to pay rent. So you get it.
Adulting is hard.
Adulting is hard. I've heard it costs money, which I do not like. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I currently do not have any upcoming projects. Um, I moved out here, so it was a very drastic shift in my life. I moved out here to do verticals because of the frequency in which I was booking out here. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna full send. Just gonna move out there and see what happens. Hopefully, we can be more frequent with it. And the day I moved out here, I booked the union project. Ironically, back in Winnipeg. So I just flew back home to film it and then flew back here. So it was a tough decision in the moment. Still sometimes feels like a tough decision to have made. But that's where it's led me. And now I'm here. But we're rolling with it. We're taking whatever comes my way.
Hmm. Can't do no.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know.
What advice would you give to someone who was trying to start out in the film industry?
Oh, take a class. Take a class. Doesn't have to be the most advanced class, doesn't have to be an intensive type of scene study class. Take like an auditioning class. It's like 4 weeks, something. Get to know how to do it. Um, and then once you do that, read a lot. Whether that be fiction, nonfiction, acting books, just read. Watch movies. Um, watch plays and theater. And this is more than one thing. I keep going on, but I'm like, I have so many. If you're starting out, like just explore the genre. Explore the genre, explore yourself, and make bold choices. Especially in an audition setting, make bold choices. It may be the wrong one, but to someone, it'll be the right one. And that's all that matters in this industry. So explore the genre, explore yourself, and make bold choices.
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best advice a director has given you?
Oh, that's a good one. Try to think back because I've worked with a lot of directors. Stop thinking is the best thing I've ever got. Um, just stop thinking because that is something me personally, anyways, you can see on my face. Um, is when I'm thinking. And so when I'm acting and say it's been, yeah, a long day trying to remember lines and I'm thinking about it, or even like an emotion, I'm like, I think I should be feeling this right now. You just see it. And I feel like that's true for most actors is when you see them thinking, you're like, you're trying to act right now. So the best note I've ever received is stop thinking. Um, God, I can't remember who from. I'm gonna be honest. I just remember it's been told to me. To just yeah, stop thinking, feel it, feel the moment, just be in it. Don't worry about anything else. Turn that brain off and do it.
Is that like another version of get out of your own head?
Yeah, I would say so.
Like feel the
Um,
moment, don't think the moment.
absolutely. Feel it, don't think it, don't overthink it. I've been told that too by directors I've worked with in school, in high school for like theater, was while we're rehearsing and whatnot. It's like, don't overthink this. Like just do it. And then we can see what happens. And once we see what happens, we can make corrections or adjustments or whatever. But don't think too hard. That's for other people. That's other people's jobs. Um, but yeah, that's probably the best thing I've ever been told. Do I still do it? Yeah, it's a bad habit. I gotta break it. But I'll catch myself more so now doing it. And I can kind of reel it in and really just stop, just turn it off and just go forward.
I think I need to put that into practice.
I may do it too much sometimes where it's just brain is off, just not paying attention. And I think it works. Honestly, keeps me relaxed.
I'm glad it helps.
Yeah. It's applicable everywhere.
So this one's I get to know you.
All right.
Favorite animal,
Penguin.
favorite food,
Currently sushi.
favorite color,
orange, but like a sunset orange.
Unique.
Mm,
Dream country to visit.
Japan,
Favorite season.
fall. Yeah, yeah, I love fall.
Yeah.
We all love fall.
Yep. Favorite actor, vertical or not.
Probably right now, it's a toss up between Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. It's a toss up.
You say two.
Then
I'll give you
Florence
that
Pugh
one.
and Andrew Garfield.
Favorite movie.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is currently my favorite. Have you never seen it?
I don't think so.
Give it a watch. Give it a watch. It's beautiful.
I think I've heard of it, but no, I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, it's beautiful. You got to watch it. That or
Thanks
La
for
La
giving me.
Land. That's my other one. Favorite horror movie.
No.
It's one of like, yeah, that movie, the first time I watched it, ruined me.
I
Ruined me.
I
I
can't
was
do
just
horror movies.
it's not a horror. It's a horror movie in the sense. Have you never seen it?
No.
Okay, it's not a horror movie. It's when you inevitably watch it, because I'm sure a lot of people you interview will say this movie. When you inevitably watch it, you'll understand why we call it a horror movie, but it is a musical.
Mm,
It is. Have you ever watched Whiplash?
no.
Oh my
You've
goodness.
just given me three movies to watch this weekend.
So Damien Chazelle is fantastic, and he does both Whiplash and La La Land. La La Land is, if you liked Crazy Stupid Love, it's Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling again. So fan favorite. They're both splendid in it. It is a wonderful love story that is also a musical. Highly recommend. Highly recommend.
I'll message you this weekend. I'll be like, I watched them and I don't
Please
regret it.
do.
Yeah, and I
Please
don't
do.
regret it.
Whiplash is a rush. Like it is intense, but it's fun
I'll write
too.
them down. Write it down so I don't
Yeah,
forget.
yeah.
Favorite music genre.
Hip hop or R&B currently. Um, I'm really into modern R&B right or R&B right now. There's an artist I listen to, her name Ruby. Ruby is really good. Big fan. Um, but I've also loved like old school hip hop, like Wu-Tang Clan, Raekwon, Ghostface Killah, like big fan of all those guys. So those are probably my two favorite genres right now.
Favorite singer slash song.
Oh, that's so tough. I almost have like one per genre, but I'll narrow it down. I'll narrow it down. Um, Probably right now, my favorite song is probably a song called Jammin' by Ruby. It's probably my favorite. It's such a vibe. I love it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
City life or country life?
Country, country life, but like old, like European castle country life, you know, like homestead type of
Yeah,
country life. Yeah,
yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Biggest pet peeve.
A lack of cleanliness.
Hmm.
I'm a clean guy.
Name three things you can't live without.
Golf, movies, um, Oh man. I'd probably say space. That's a weird one to say. I love space. I love like science and space, but like science. I'll maybe make it more broad and say science. Movies, golf, science.
Very different combination.
Yeah.
Describe yourself in 5 words or less.
Too many words.
Just say it.
Okay. A curious pain in the ass. I was one over. I was one over. That's 6.
Should go 7 words or less. Give yourself time to make a sentence.
Perfect. It's like the middle of a haiku. A curious pain in the ass.
Describe yourself in 1 sentence or less. Should have been the question.
Yeah. Oh boy. I can give me a couple Oxford commas. I can make it a long sentence.
Oh, this one is a game of would you rather
Okay.
categorization. Would you rather play the mysterious lover or open book boyfriend?
Mysterious lover.
Friends to lovers or enemies to lovers?
Enemies to lovers.
Rich CEO or struggling artist?
Struggling artist. It's from the heart.
Protective alpha or sensitive soul?
Sensitive soul.
Love triangle drama or devoted single love interest?
Devoted single love interest.
Forbidden romance or fairy tale love story?
Oh, fairy tale love story.
Playing the one who gets the girl or the heartbreaker?
The heartbreaker.
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want someone who challenges you or someone who adores you?
Challenges.
Happy ending romance or bittersweet love story?
Happy ending romance.
First love forever or second chance romance?
First love forever.
Redemption or revenge?
Revenge. Revenge.
This one is this or that.
Okay.
Shirtless scenes or suit and tie scenes?
Shirtless scenes. I hate a tie.
Method acting or natural instinct?
Natural instinct.
Indie film passion projects or blockbuster films?
Blockbuster films.
Intuitive approach or character research deep dives?
Character research deep dives.
Emotionally vulnerable roles or strong silent type roles?
Emotionally vulnerable.
And last one, night shoots or early morning shoots?
Night shoots. Night shoots. I can't be bothered to wake up early. I can keep myself going throughout the night, but getting up early, get out of here. Call times
Like
at
you are.
6 a.m. No, thank you.
Yeah, because what time is it there now? It's like
It's
nearly
about 2:30 in
2:30.
the morning. Yeah.
2:30 in the morning. This is
And I'm
crazy.
kicking and I'm kicking.
This is a good conversation. Like,
Yeah. I haven't felt like I've been waiting. I think I've slipped up. I can tell I'm tired because I've slipped up on a couple of things. Like the words just sometimes aren't right. Or I say DC instead of Marvel. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you?
yep, I'm gonna hold that one against you. I'm gonna keep that in there.
Ah, here's the thing. If we're going off new DC, it's way better. New DC is way better than current Marvel. That's a hot take. I don't think it's a hot take. I think that's a normal take. Matt Reeves is Batman and James Gunn Superman. much better than most superheroes movies I've seen in a long time.
Mm,
In a long time.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I guess I'll just have to rewatch all of them.
To each their own, but that's my take. That's my take.
But no, that is all of my questions. So thank you for coming on.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me.
This was extremely insightful and fun.
Likewise.